Hello there and welcome to the Christmas production of RSL. Now I know this isn't how we would normally run our Christmas productions and it is a shame that you're not all with us in the hall, but the beauty of this year's productions is that you can keep this video forever, and if you miss a little bit you can just rewind it and watch it again. So make sure you're sitting comfortably, ensure you've got a mince pie or something festive to drink in your hand, and enjoy every single second of RSL in their starring roles as part of Bundle of Joy.
You're flappy the heart of Grumble. Here he is, Grumble the donkey. Grumble was really bunky. I like nothing better than to. Yes, and a grumpy nose. And grumpy hooves. In fact, he was really grumpy that day. That movie had a grumble about. You see Caesar? You definitely have heard of. It's called the census. And everyone had to travel to a place where they were born. They counted. For Mary and Joseph, they were travelling to Bethlehem. It was a really long way, especially for Mary. She was out there having a baby. Look, they had a donkey. Yes, that's right. Guess you have to carry Mary all the way. Truly. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Does everything go forever? How long is it? Not long, Mary. You said that bad days already. Grumble had achy ears, and achy nose, and achy hooves.
Finally, they arrived in Bethlehem. Unfortunately, so had everyone else in the land. At least, that's what it felt like. Mary and Joseph were pushed and shoved, trodden on and barged past. It was enough to make even the cheeriest donkey cross. Grumble, however, was not a cheery donkey.
Mega Grumble! Mary was exhausted. She knew a baby would be born, and therefore she wants to stay. Do you have any real one? No way, there's no room here. No pity, no.
You can knock, 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 knock.
ready for Mary and Joseph. He had no room to spare, but he had an idea.
They could use his stable.
I just have my favorite tea. Thank you.
Grumble didn't like the sound of this. Stables were for animals like him. The last thing he wanted was humans in the nice quiet stable. And as for a crying baby, that sounded like a whole bundle of trouble.
He decided to stay outside. He can whinge and moan and himself in peace. And we sat outside. That night in the stable, the Son of God was born. Jesus our Saviour.
Meanwhile, in the hills over Bethlehem, some shepherds watched over their flock of sheep. You might have heard of them too. The sheep were being very cheeky. Being cheeky is one of the things that sheep are very good at, along with leaping over fences and knitting.
I'm a bundle of naughtiness. It was bedtime! Dida didn't want to go to sleep. It's time to go to bed. But we want to play instead, 'cause we don't want to go to sleep. We are chicky sheep. Ba 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 ba, we are chicky sheep. They are chicky sheep. Ba 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 ba, we are chicky sheep. They are chicky sheep. It's time to go to bed, but we want to play instead. 'Cause we don't want to go to sleep. We are chicky sheep. So we make that noise. We are sleepy sheep. They are sleepy sheep. Ba 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 ba. We are sleepy sheep. They are sleepy sheep. It's time to go to bed, to rest our little heads. Good night, good night, good night. Suddenly, there's a bright flash in the sky. It was terrified. Go to the ground. Cover in their eyes. Wonder what they're going to happen. being born today. His name is Jesus and he's the Son of God. We've got good news for you. We've got good news for you. Baby Jesus born today. You're flying in the hay. Good news, good news, good news. We've got good news for you. We've got good news for you. Baby Jesus born today. Good news, good news, good news. We've got good news for you. We've got good news for you. Baby Jesus born today. You are good news, good news, good news. I've got armor.
The angels' singing was beautiful, but the shepherds found the whole thing a little bit scary. They desperately wanted to see the newborn king, but they were only humble shepherds.
I'm such a bit of nerves. Me too. My hands are shaking. My toes are trembling. They decided they wanted to take a gift to a new boy king, but the poor shepherds.
The shepherds went down the hillside into Bethlehem in search of the stable.
When they found it,
The
shepherds were nervous all over again. Will the baby like us? Are we good enough to miss him?
Grumble the donkey was cross that his snooze had been rudely interrupted. After his long journey he was tired all over. His ears were tired, his nose was tired, and his hooves were tired. He was still a bundle of grumble.
Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Oi! Don't stop my shoes! Okay, we'll go on a count of 3. 1, 2, 2.5. Ooh.
Travelling across the desert came 3 people who were far from poor and humble. There's a good chance you've heard of them too. They were very wise kings and had been following a star from the east for a long time.
I know lots of stuff.
I know lots of stuff about lots of stuffs.
We are very important kings. The star was very big. The leader that would lead them all the way to a special baby, the Son of God. A star! A star in the stable. Surely the baby will be born in the stable. Suddenly, the kings were full of doubt, and kings are not used to feeling doubtful. Grumbled the donkey's crowd, and his men set off visitors and tried to disturb his sneeze. We are very important kings. We are very important kings. We know lots and lots of things. We travel very far, following in the star, searching for the baby Jesus. We are very important kings. We know lots and lots of things. We travel very far, following the star, looking for the newborn king. We look to the right, we look to the left, we look very high and low. We look to the right, we look to the left, I think there's still some way to go. We are very important kings. We know lots and lots of things. We travel very far, following the star, looking for the baby Jesus. We are very important kings. We know lots and lots of things. We travel very far, following the star, looking for the newborn king. What a plumpy donkey.
He's a bundle of grumbles.
Looks grumpy like my camel.
Charming!
Sorry, knock. It's better out here, to be honest. The kings looked at each other in confusion. Grumble explained. Because of the baby. The point. Babies. Their noise. There's a whole village oil. Of a capital T. I'm out of here! Wait, did you say baby? The kings looked at each other in a moment. It was very unexpected, but rather wonderful. Nobody knew what to do. Finally, Grumble had enough. That's it. You can't stand outside all evening. Why don't we all go in together? Great idea.
The stable was peaceful and bathed in a warm glow of love which came from the tiny little baby snoozing in the manger. In their hearts they all knew that Jesus was a very special baby. The kings and shepherds suddenly realised that they had no worry or doubt left in their hearts.
Oh God, for baby.
Offering frankincense for baby Jesus.
Monster baby. It was a lamb for all the shepherds.
They all gathered around to make the manger to eat him, except for one little donkey.
Grandma, do you want to see it? Suddenly, Grumble didn't feel quite so grumpy. What was a strange feeling inside him? He tiptoed over to the manger, feeling shy. He peered inside, then gave his biggest, broadest, donkiest grin. Oh, wow! The baby was a bond of trouble. In fact, he looked a whole.
All his grumbles disappeared. As he looked around, he realised that everyone else felt it too. They felt it in their ears, they felt it in their noses, and they felt it in their feet. But most of all, they felt it where it really counts, in their hearts. Everyone in that humble little stable was filled to bursting with wonder, love and joy. And from that day on, Grumble realised the true power of joyfulness, and he never, ever grumbled again.
Well, not that much anyway.